I freaking love mood rings. I wish they were real. I was obsessed with mood rings. I know we
Mood
brought this up
rings are
recently,
a
but
banger. I'm so impressed that you remembered that from way back when.
anytime we were anywhere and I saw one, I was like, I have to have it.
Wait, you already had a mood ring and you wanted
Yeah.
another one?
And lost it. Like I didn't have it
Okay.
when I was buying the new one, but like would have it for 3 days and then lost it. Took it out. I don't know.
At any point in time
Turned my
did you ever
fingerprint, took it off.
believe that mood rings actually change colors
Absolutely.
based off of your mood and it had nothing to do with the heat
Absolutely.
or lack
Well,
of?
I mean, like deep down, I think I knew it was never real, but wanted it to be real.
I forgot. Do you remember any of them? Like what they
But
meant?
yeah,
Blue was.
red is angry, blue is calm, yellow is happy, green is like serene. I've never gotten the other colors, so I don't know what they were.
That is such a banger. There's so
Mine
many
was
things
usually
from our.
purple.
That was
A mix
cold,
between that red and blue.
which also makes sense. Like blue is serene. It's because I'm freezing that I'm just like
Mm.
chilling. Red is anger. Well, my body temperature's up, so you're like,
Mhm.
this is true.
Yeah.
I wonder if every female had mood rings when she was
It
younger,
felt like magic.
who grew up in
It's
the
like our
90s.
own little bit of magic.
What else felt like magic when you were a kid?
What a great question. That's tough. I'm not gonna be able to pull any out.
I think what felt like magic, I'm just very trusting as a person. Like I trust very easily. And I believed in
Mhm.
Santa till I was like 12.
I'm trying to think how old I was. I might have been like 9 or 10. Yeah.
I think that's normal age. I think 12 is a little old. And then my whole world came crashing down because you know how Zach Galifianakis has this gif where he's like doing the math in his head and it's just like his eyes are going all crazy and
Yeah.
fast because he's adding it up. As soon
Yeah.
as I realized, Santa didn't exist, the dominoes fell fast. It was like Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy. Like bang, 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 bang. I was like, the whole world is spinning. And you know how my parents reacted? They just laughed.
Mhm. I
Is
was
that
gonna
how
say
they
I have a great story from when my mom
okay,
found
tell
out.
me?
Okay, it was just Kenya and I. We had gone to bed, but it took me like I think it's taken until the last like couple years to ever actually be able to fall asleep on Christmas. Even so, like even how old am I? 25. I probably was still up like hours into the night just because it's Christmas Eve. For no, like not like I'm waiting for some big gift or it's just I don't know why. I'm like this is ridiculous. You're 25 years old. Go to bed. So like I could never sleep on Christmas Eve. So I remember thinking we must have been up in our room for a while, so our parents thought we were asleep. And I remember hearing something downstairs and was so excited. So I ran down the stairs and like paused to like hide. And I could see my mom and dad like setting stuff up. And I was like, just assumed they were putting gifts from them out. But like they were basically almost done. So in the morning we woke up and I ran downstairs and I was like, it looks the exact same. It's the exact same. And then I like just was like, oh, Santa's not real. I didn't say anything. And then now I feel like part of me feels like I must have waited till the next year to tell my mom, only because like it didn't matter at that point. But then we were like Christmas shopping the next year and we were doing stuff and we were in Target and I told my mom, she was like talking about when Santa comes. I was like, Mom, I know Santa's not real. And she's like, what? I was like, I know. And she just started jumping for joy in the Target aisle. She's like, yes, yes. She's so excited.
Well,
I was like,
she
nice.
was. Why? Because she didn't have to buy you two presents now, basically.
No,
Like,
just because now she didn't have to keep it a secret and she
okay,
had help.
that's cute. That's adorable. Did
Yeah.
Kenyon believe at that point? You guys are 2 years apart, right?
3.
Okay.
I don't know when he figured
Boys
it
are
out.
different too. I feel like boys are
Yeah.
harder to convince and aren't really
Yeah.
bought into the whole Santa
Yeah.
Claus situation.
Yeah. I think Gentry might have taken a while to find out, but I don't remember how old she
Yeah.
was either.
Bro, I was so convinced for so many reasons. Like, first of all, and I love asking people what they got from the Tooth Fairy because it's so different for everyone. We got little half dollars, coins. And you know how I think those things are really cool because they're really unique. Or are they dollars? I think they're 50 cents, but I could be wrong. But anyway, they're the
I
coins.
think there's both. Yeah.
Yeah, 50 cents. The big boys. I think the dollar ones are the gold ones, which I don't know if we ever got those, but the big guys. Without fail, how many teeth do we lose? And I did not wake up one time, and every time I woke up and opened my little box, my tooth was gone and there was a 50-cent coin. And I was like, this hoe, like I don't know how she does it. I do not wake up. I don't. And so I was like, it is for sure real because she's so small and that's why I don't wake up. Okay. So that's one. The Easter Bunny wasn't really like a thing in the fam, but Santa Claus was. So, number one, our backyard in Arizona you can probably assume, was just dirt. Just not surprise you. And one Christmas, waking up, there were Santa sleigh marks and hooves in the dirt. And my parent, like especially my dad, just absolutely sold that one. And I just that easily I rode that train for 5 years. Like
Yeah.
not another
Yeah.
5 years of belief easily. And I don't know, I just feel like although we're not a very tradition-based family, like I just felt like the magic of Christmas was always alive. But I also think of looking back, it's just who I am as a person. Like everything is just so romanticized and just blissful in my head always. Like I make a butterfly like the best thing in the world when I see one. But I just think it was me. But maybe I'm not giving them enough credit. But it was, yeah, they would just, I'm trying to think of other things that they would do.
Oh,
But
that's pretty good.
the
Sleigh marks.
drawing, yeah, drawing in the sand. Yeah, they would do anytime my dad could get creative. My mom was creative in gifts. Like she gave us a trampoline one year and we were in San Diego. And so, like, how do you tell the kids that, like, you got them a trampoline? She
Hmm.
took a shoebox and then took dirt from the backyard and glued it to the bottom of the shoebox and then made a baby trampoline. I don't even know what kind of fabric or mesh she made it from. And then, like, things popping around it to make it look like the backyard. And I remember the box was wrapped and then we opened it and I looked inside and just saw this, like, dreamland. I don't know
Yeah.
what to call this. And I remember looking at her being like, what? She's like, it's a trampoline. Honestly,
That's
that
cute.
story continues with the trampoline because a couple of things from it. Number one, we had this miniature short haired dachshund. I think I talked about her in the past because she was a bratwurst, not a freaking wiener dog. She was so fat.
Hmm.
And I put her on the trampoline. I was not bouncing, okay? For the record. And I was messing with her and I went back and forth like because she didn't care about anything. Toys, balls, like you would throw a ball, she wouldn't even look at it, like nothing. But the only thing that got her going was if you like try to mess with her and move back and forth really quick, and then she'd start barking and like getting excited. So I was doing that on the trampoline and just like really moving my head, and I think she just like turned too quick, and all of a sudden she's like yelping so loud and screaming, this little dog. And my mom was a mammogram tech, so taking x-rays of boobies. And so we took Kelly, our dog, to it. We put her little arm in the mammogram machine. And then we took these x-rays to the vet and it was like, yeah, it's broken. Because like therefore, you know how the vet charge you so much
Hmm.
for these things? And I remember she got a pink cast and she had this like 4-inch pink cast. So that's funny. The
That's
second
so sad.
trampoline story was, should say this for next week with 4th of July, but my brother and I have sparklers on the trampoline and we're bouncing around. And I asked my parents, is anything going to happen to the trampoline? And they said no. So we're taking sparklers, we're jumping around the trampoline, everything's great and dandy. We, go to sleep, wake up the next day, I'm jumping on the trampoline again. All of a sudden, I see holes everywhere. Some small, some big, but I guess the biggest was like a size of a quarter, but like there were holes and I was pissed because I was like, you guys said. So, anyone listening to this, do not take sparklers on a trampoline. Flash forward, I want to say like 3 months later, me and my brother are jumping together in the trampoline. We're gonna like double jump each other, and I'm holding his arms, he's holding my arms, and we're like, 1, 2, and literally on three. It was the craziest thing ever, like a movie. We fell through the trampoline and it just ripped in two. We were like standing on the ground and we look at each other like, you good? And no one got hurt, but it was just like those sparklers obviously created the holes that led us to fall through the trampoline. So that's sad. But anyway,
That's tough.
going back to Santa Claus, yeah, it's a great story. Great question to ask people. We're in the
Yeah,
middle of the year, so
I know.
touch
Never
us if you
stories
want to help
now.
it.
We'll read them in Christmas.
Exactly. That's a good question, though. We can think about it and come back with like what was so magical when we were kids, besides
Yeah.
things like that, naturally. Think about it. The other thing that's coming up is Berkeley's birthday.
29. I didn't say it right.
21?
I've used my limit.
No, never. New Girl is never quoted enough. So, for those people that have never seen New Girl, go watch because that's from New Girl, one of the greatest shows of all time. So, I was thinking about Berkeley and her birthday tomorrow, the 27th, June 27th, and I decided to make a list of 29 reasons why I love Berkeley. It was not hard to make this list. I made 18 of them in like 4 minutes. And then we were texting to jump on this podcast. And I told her, I'm in the middle of a list and it's a surprise for you. And I can either end or I can keep going. And she's like, whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna end. So I have 18 reasons.
Come up with
I
11
don't
on the
have
spot.
29.
I'm
What
just
did you
kidding.
say?
Said come up with 11 on the spot.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That's a lot.
I couldn't.
I'm
But
so ready.
these ones are good. So these are 18 reasons.
Hold on. Casey's the best gift giver. I don't know how many years ago it was now, but a couple of years ago, there was this trend going around on Instagram of everyone making like trailers of their life or something to like the specific sound. And I was like, I love that so much. And Casey, we'd spent so much time together. And she had all the best videos of me laughing and doing just funny stuff. And so for my birthday, she made me a video. And it's one of my favorite things ever.
Berkeley, this trend was going around. And yes, exactly. Trailer of your life. And Berkeley doesn't ask for much. Number 19. There you go. We're getting up there. Reason number 19. She definitely does not ask for much. She's a very simple person. And so when I say, I really want someone to make one for me, I was like, got it. And so I just started filming her all these little random videos. Most of them, the videos were comprised of her holding books in a bookstore and not having enough arm space to put any more in her
Or
arm.
me laying on the ground
Yeah,
laughing.
laughing. Exactly. That's on here. That's one of the things. That's really nice of you to say that I'm a good gift giver because I have to tell you a secret. Hard to believe, but I was the worst gift giver you could possibly imagine on planet Earth. You know me, I live each day as full as I possibly can, that when people's birthdays came up, it's like that day and it's like, what do I get them tomorrow? And it's like I spend so much time with them, and even then I'm like, I can't think of it. So the secret to gift giving people to learn something is to have a note in your phone, and when you're spending time with them, just pay attention to see what they like way earlier than the day before. And then therefore you can put little things together, and just like random things like Naya's birthday was a couple weeks ago when I sent her. We like talked about door dashing food, so it's probably on my mind. Like I door dashed her favorite meal, and so therefore on her birthday, like she could. So anyway, it's just little things, but that's nice of you. Okay, here goes the list. 18 reasons why I love birthday. For her birthday, number one, the first, and you can chime in anytime. By the way, like if you have something to say or add, please interrupt me.
Good.
The first thing that comes to mind when I was thinking about Berkeley is she's such a good friend. And we've talked about this before, but she is just all of the things, and I won't jump into all of them. But if you think of a great friend, like that's Berkeley, and I can truly rely on her at all times. Number two, when I think of Berkeley, she is unapologetically herself. She just doesn't care what other people think of her. And I love that. I think that the world compares too much and looks to their left and right and just is worried about other people, and you're just not, you just don't care, and you're just gonna go to the beat of your own drum. And I love that. At the same time, you take ownership when you need to. Like if I, especially people that spend so much time together in a relationship, and I think a friendship is one of the deeper relationships on the planet, and especially a good one, that if you want to have a good friendship, you call each other out and you hold each other accountable. And Berkeley does that to me, and I do that to her, and we hear each other out. And if there's something going on that I, tell her, she's like, yeah. So not only are you unapologetic, I think that because there's one side to that you just don't really care what other people think. I do think you take ownership. I don't know if that's contradicting, but I had to give you credit. I put this in here because I wanted to talk about this. Number 4 is she puts herself out there. Berkeley and her fashion is one of the things that comes to my mind, and I have a video. I can probably put it in this right now, this clip of her walking to one of our matches in like 5-inch red boots.
Loved these boots so much. They were just half a size too small.
And exactly. She bought these boots and they were too small, and she took them off mid-game, which I don't blame you, because comfort is key. And I just love it because Berkeley is 6'4" and she's wearing like 5-inch heels. Like how many women are like 5'11" and don't even wear heels? So again, I just love that you put yourself out
I'm
there.
sure we talked about this, but I don't know if you remember. I took them off mid-game and we were playing against our rival, and the student section was right behind us, and they were like, "Coach, where'd your boots go?" They noticed.
I love that so much.
That's hilarious, but I can't like talk to you right now. Like that's so funny.
It is
like props to you, but
Exactly. I want to come back to this because I want to tell some stories about student sections. Number five, she goes against the status quo. Like an example is, again, just like goes to the beat of her own drum. Like she went, like, I just love thinking this about you because like I think more people need to do this. Like Berkeley will go to the movies by herself or go do things by herself. And again, I don't think people do that. Like they're just so worried about what people think of them. And like I think that is absolutely incredible. Number six, she laughs at my jokes, which makes me even funnier because if someone is laughing that hard at me, I'm going to keep going. If no one's laughing, I'm going to stop. So I think you're really easy to make laugh. And I love that you laugh so effortlessly. So thanks for that.
Thanks for being funny.
It's my pleasure. Number seven, she's easy to travel with. She's really not hard to please when it comes to traveling. Like, I have a little bit of like more qualifications to be happy. I don't need the bougiest hotels, but like Berkeley will sleep in a tent in an alley if that's like what it comes down and probably not complain about it. Yeah, there's places that we stayed that just are not the greatest, and she's just gonna make the most out of it. And she doesn't care if it's nicer or not as nice. She just makes it work, which is a
My
big
only
reason.
caveat to that is like as long as there's someone else there. Like I want to go camping, but I'm like scared to go camping by myself.
Okay.
If someone else is there, chill. Don't care. By myself, like in a sketchy area to sleep by yourself is scary.
That's true,
That's my caveat.
especially in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if guys feel this way. Women
I
were
know, I
always
don't.
like,
I know, but there's so many girls that go camp and solo
yeah,
travel like that, and I'm like, you're impressive. It
yeah,
scares me.
100%. Number eight. Another thing that I just was thinking about, like when I think of Berkeley, what do I think about? You get the small things done so quickly. And I tell her this probably once a month, just like how much I value this because I don't. So here's an example. April 15th is tax day. It's April 14th. Do I have my taxes done? Absolutely not. Does Berkeley have her taxes done? She got them done in like January. Of course that she has them done. Another example, we're going to Europe. We're going to Switzerland and Italy. And she booked all of the hotels in one sitting. And I was just wildly impressed that she got it done so fast. And so thanks to you, these little things get done. And I respect that because that's not me. Number nine, she's really good. If you need a good book rec, she's got you.
That is my love language.
I love that about you. I think people who read are smarter people in general. So you're one smart cookie. The best book I've ever read besides the Bible.
Shout out.
Go Jesus. Is Verity. And I read that because of Berkeley. And I think it's perfect timing to recommend this book to people because I think it comes out this October as a movie.
I think it's
wouldn't-
November. Doesn't matter. Same time
It's like
frame.
it's
Okay.
yeah, I checked like a year ago and it was October of this year.
Okay.
So maybe
Even
they
better.
changed it, but regardless, I wouldn't consider myself a reader, and I read this book in either 2 or 3 days because it was that good. So if you have not read Verity, go read that one. Any
Yeah,
other
you'll
shout
wish you
outs
had.
for you? I'm stealing your thunder and it's your birthday.
For books,
Mm-hmm.
well, I always think the best books to be recommended are the ones that are coming out as movies, just because people want to read them. This one's not until next year, but People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. She's one of my favorite authors. That movie's coming out next year. And then there's a book.
That one came out already. Am I wrong?
People We Meet on Vacation, same author.
On Vacation.
That one. So yeah, if you liked that movie,
Yeah.
she has another movie coming out,
Okay.
which is crazy. So Beach Read is coming out like January next year. And then Ali Hazelwood wrote a book called Love on the Brain. These are both rom-coms, but I think they're going to be great. I don't know when that one comes out. I think that one might come out this year.
Okay.
But read that one.
Okay. That's good to know. I haven't heard of that one
I
yet.
don't have any other ones on the top of my head. I'm reading a really great book right now, though. I'm very excited. It's
Which?
called... This is actually really crazy because the whole premise of it, I did not want to read. It's called This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me. So it's fantasy. But the way I'm going to explain it, it's just going to put a lot of people off. But basically, the narrator, like the person that is telling the story, she's a normal person and like ends up like falling into her favorite story. And I was like, that's really cheesy. I really hate that concept a lot. But it's been very, very, very good.
That sounds like something that's
It took a while though. I was like, it's gonna take time. That 200-page mark, all in. I was like, there is the turn that I was waiting for. Now it's good.
Okay.
And I can't wait to finish it. I think it's a standalone, which makes me sad actually.
Yeah, that is sad.
But yeah.
That adds number 20 to the list, actually, which I can't believe this wasn't one of the first things. Berkeley is extremely easy to talk to. When she talked about books, we coached this camp together and we just like coached for 5 or 6 hours and then we celebrated by getting some steaks. And at this steakhouse, we had this idea for a book and literally talked about it for 3 hours. That's the only thing we talked about for 3 hours straight.
We have this joke.
Do
My,
we talk about the premise right now, or is someone going to steal it?
you
Because you're
know,
not
if
going to write this book, are you? I'm not.
there is a dream one day that it would happen, but if someone steals this premise and writes it first, I will happily read it.
Okay.
So if you just as long as you if you steal it, you gotta let me know that it's
So
coming
the
out.
question that I came up with when we were eating steaks, and then you had some great ideas, I don't remember them necessarily, but how to edit this book was say that everyone had a life book already written from beginning to end. Not like every detail, because obviously that'd be super long, but like the major things, a couple of details, like, but it was a normal book. And the question is, and I asked Berkeley, would you read it if you could? And her answer was absolutely not. And I have to think about that one. And then obviously you get into the concept of like, say you get your hands on this book and then you read it and you didn't like how it ended. Do you change? And then when you do change these decisions, then your book is probably rewritten, right? Based off of
That
these,
was one of the concepts. Was
right?
like, is your history written in
Rewritten,
stone or can it change? We don't know.
right? So that one's tough to decide. Then it was like, I can't remember exactly, but what kind of utopia is this? Like, is this, maybe you can
We
dive
had a
more
lot
into
of
it.
potential directions this book could go. Sadly, it's all on notes on my phone that I'm recording on, so I can't really pull them up. But
It was so long ago. This was like 2 or 3 years ago that we talked about this.
there was a lot of gems in there. So if someone's looking for ideas, reach out. We can get you started. Yeah, it just mainly revolved around that concept of like, could you change your future? Would you want to know your future? What if someone could like steal the book and change it, or like I
That's what
can't
it
remember.
was.
Like we went on a whole rampage of that. Of like, if someone like, did you get your book at 16? Were you born with it? Like, could it be stolen? Could you change your identity basically because someone switched your books? Like we were talking about twins
We talked about, yes, people like say there was two
or the same
characters. This is the
names or
premise of it.
something.
There's two characters and their books were written like for themselves, but somehow they got switched by accident. And so this person is living the other person's life and story and book that they like that person should have lived, but they were switched. And so
Yeah.
that's a crazy thing. So
Yeah, so we were like, do they follow that story or does theirs still come true? Like, we don't know.
it's pretty mind blowing. I love this concept. And as you can imagine, we just kept going on and on. And then the more we talked about it, the more legit it got. So we were like, we got to write this down. So anyway, she's
Before
really
you
good at
jump on,
recommending books.
I gotta tell you, because you were like, she's really easy to talk to about books. We have this joke about my dad. My dad is very much an introvert. People think he's really scary if you go to talk to him. One of his sisters, whenever she calls, she always starts the conversation by asking about the weather. And it just like opens it up. So it's like you start talking about the weather with my dad, then you can have a full on conversation. But like starting cold is tough. If you start talking to me about books, you're in. The conversation can go from there. You're right. I can talk about books forever. That is the easy in for me. Someone wants to get to know me, ask me about some books, and then we can go from there.
I really like that analogy. That was cute. Number 10, Berkeley loves love. And I love that about her. She's a hopeless romantic and wants the best, of course, for herself, but really for other people, and loves Taylor Swift for her lyrics and romanticizes things. We've talked about Quixotic and the zine that she's done, like in the poetry that she's written. I just think that she looks at life very whimsically, and I think that's really cute. And so I love that about you. Number 11, she's very good at listening, and then in the same breath, she's also very good at giving advice. I think that the closest friends, and we've talked about this in a previous podcast, like just saying that something sucks is sometimes nice to hear, slash like I always want to hear your advice because I think that you help to bring wisdom and clarity in moments that I can't really see things. So I really appreciate that about you. Number
Oh, I've
12.
got to say, one of my favorite moments with you was when you were telling me about this volleyball thing that you were trying to decide, and you just kept going on and on about all these things that were hard. And I was like, well, you didn't say a single positive thing about this moment. And you were like, okay, problem solved. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't even think this was like anything but I was like, you just complained to me about this thing. Like, why do you want to do it?
I was deciding if I should keep doing something in my life, and I just kept going on and on and on. And she said one sentence, and I was like, that's decided. Yep, you're right. Perfect example. That's actually true about your advice when I was thinking about it. It's just very short and sweet and to the point, and I freaking love that about you so much. It's just because I can be a little long-winded sometimes. I know that people love yappers sometimes and sometimes not. So we got a good balance between us two. You're the short and sweet gal. I need it. Okay, number 12. Berkeley's number in college. She's a giver. She loves giving time, clothes. I have so many clothes that Berkeley made food, just like whatever it is. I just feel like she's a super giving person, and that makes a really good friend. That made me think of number 13, which is about money. I think that a lot of people will like keep up of like, if I spent this, like you owe me this, or like you make someone a meal. It's just like there's no tradesies for it's just like you're my friend, you're in. Like it doesn't matter if it like costs you money. It's just like, and money to you just it's so weird. Like I can't put my finger on what Berkeley thinks of money. She just like it just doesn't exist. Like she knows that she needs it to exist, but it's just like not important to her at all. It's also that she doesn't prioritize it, but like to you it's just like, and I've never met anyone like that, but it's not like you just frivolously spend too. So it's just, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. And I think it's actually really cool how you don't keep tabs. Number 14. This, I said this already in the last ones, but I don't know. I made it separate is she just doesn't keep tabs. And I think that's really cool. Just a lot of people in life, it's very transactional. And Berkeley is not like that at all. So very similar, but maybe it's different. Number 15, super important. Berkeley shows up. And for those of you not knowing how to be a good friend, if you show up, that is like you're 90% of the way there. I can call Berkeley at 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, and she is probably going to answer slash get back to me at her earliest convenience and will drop if especially we have this thing like if we're in trouble like we're sad or whatever it is we prioritize each other and she's just there to be there for me and I think that is amazing that you just show up so consistently so thank you. Number 16, she challenges herself. I think that she wants to be better in many different ways and I know that you want to make things simple and you're an efficient person, but like you don't want an easy life and you want to grow and you know that challenging yourself means that you're growing and I love that about you. Number 17, she's so strong. Like if you're moving, call Berkeley because if you can carry 2 boxes in your arms and you're struggling, Berkeley can carry 4. I don't know how she does it. You're like you look strong, but it's like it's another level of strong. We got weight vests for the team, and they were 100 pounds each, and they had these little weights that came in them, and they were all shipped via USPS in these boxes, and these boxes were ripping apart, and they were super heavy. And then we were loading them into this cart to take them down near the locker room area in the storage closet. And I realized when we put all of these weights into the cart, it's going to be hard to move. And I'm like pushing with all of my might. This bad boy doesn't move an inch. Berkeley comes behind me and starts pushing it so easily. And this thing just gets done because Berkeley's almost doing it all by herself. And I'm loading like one at a time into this cart. She's like 2 or 3 at a time. And you're not even breaking a sweat. I don't know how you do it.
The lazy factor. I just need to be efficient so I can be done. I don't want this process to last more than it has to. And so if I am in pain now to make it happen, it won't last very long.
You're still, I don't know, you have this next level for you that you.
It's the mom I had.
Human.
She was always doing more than everyone was possible.
That's cute. The last one, number 18, for your 29th birthday, is you make me laugh. I think you're so funny. Another one that comes to mind, and this was in the video that I celebrated, you know, that we were talking about her 27th birthday earlier. She spilled lemonade on a table. And then she takes the straw that she was using and takes it out of her lemonade and sticks it on the table and starts slurping up the lemonade. We were in a goofy.
Can't waste lemonade.
Not 10 cents is precious. It's like liquid gold.
It's not about the money, it's about the lemonade. I love lemonade.
Number 21 is Berkeley loves sugar so much and you're so skinny. Like Berkeley's tradition for her family, I don't know if your family's gonna do it, but they get a Costco sheet cake and they just eat cake for like breakfast, and that's all you eat for breakfast. And then you have so much cake.
Lunch, and dinner for the next week.
Yeah, it's just the craziest thing to me because my mom was a Nazi when it came to sugar, so I just think it's so funny. So anyway,
again, also my mom's fault. My mom loves sugar.
Your mom loves sugar. But anyway, I love you and happy birthday, Berkeley.
You're the best. That was the best gift. How do we go on from there? I think we just have to end it.
We're out of time. So next episode we'll talk about student sections. And next week is America's birthday, and it's a pretty big birthday for her. So we're gonna dive into America.
Back-to-back birthdays.
Birthdays!
Fun fact, Casey and I are exactly like 6 months apart.
Yeah, I just had my half birthday.
I was supposed to be born on your half birthday. I was 9 days late. Yeah.
That's right. She was supposed to
Yeah.
be born, and that's the beauty, on June 18th, and my birthday December 18th, and she was 9 days late, which is my number in college. So, and 2 plus 7, you're born on the 27th,
We were
is
just meant to
9,
be.
and a 6, June, upside down, is 9. Just kidding. Just goes ham.
Cut him off. Cut him off.
Exactly.